So, we're going to be, sorry. Hello, this is Scholar Strife. Doing some math today in Algebra 1. We're going to be looking at solving percent problems. So, we're going to put letters on our percent problems. So, hopefully, remember from earlier math that a percent is basically a fraction whose denominator is 100. You're just dividing by 100. So, if I say 50%, that's 50 divided by 100, right? Another way to look at it is 50% means 50 per, is a division sign, cent, there's 100 cents and a dollar. Okay? Percent as proportions. Now, once again, you should have known this, but I'm still going to go through it. Percent as proportions. So you can represent A is a here, let's just use an example. So here we go. Find the percent using proportions. What percent of 50 is 33? Okay. So what percent of 50 is 33? Sorry. So B is your whole, or B is the whole. So what they're asking is 33 is what percent of 50, or what percent of 50 is 33. So you put the whole, usually the bigger number, on the bottom, and you set that equal to P over 100 because we're trying to find the percent. So reduce if we can. If we cannot, then we have to cross multiply. So I'll get 50p equals 330 divided by 50. And we'll get P, or P's on this side, is 66. So 66%. So B is the whole number, so 1% of 80 is 28. So we have 28 over 80 equals P over 100. So 28 over 80. So I'm looking at that first because I want to work with easier numbers. I'm going to try dividing by 4 first. 28 divided by 4 is 7, and 80 divided by 4 is 20. Okay, so now I have something easier to work with. So my new problem is 7 over 20 equals P over 100. So I have 700 equals 20p. Divide by 20. And get P equals 35%. Alright. So remember what you kind of used to did is you kind of did 36 divided by 90 in your calculator. I wonder if my tablet has a calculator. There it is. So what was I doing again? I was doing 36 divided by 90. And notice here, So what you used to do is you got the 0.4, and then you move the decimal place over. I don't know if you remember this. If you don't, ignore this, and that would give you 40%. If you don't remember that, ignore that. But you always take, 36 divided by 90, and then we set it equal to p over 100. So once again, I'm looking at 36 over 90. Can I reduce yes, I can, by 6. 6 goes into 36 6 times. So if you don't know this right off the top of your head, you can always try 2. 2 will get you there, but it'll just get you there slower. And 90 divided by 6 is 15. So my problem is 6 over 15 equals p over 100. Cross multiply. 600 equals 15p divided by 15, and we'll get 40%, or p equals 40%. So this is known as the percent equation. Small over big, or piece over a whole, equals percent over 100. So 98 over 224. So I don't know off the top of my head, so I'm going to divide by 2. And dividing by 2 should be a not so bad thing to do. So I have 49 and 112. Can I do anything else with that? I think that's it. So 49 over 112. I don't know if this is, I don't think this is any easier. Cross multiply and I'll get 490. Wait. No, 4,900. Sorry, thinking. Yeah, 4,900 equals 112p. And then I'm going to go to my calculator. 4,900 43.75. So P equals 43.75. Okay. Now this is using the percent equation. If you want to do it normally, just put the original 98 out of 224 in your calculator. So 98 divided by, 98 divided by 224. So notice here, 0.4375. 0.4375, and then I'm going to move the decimal place 2 times. Boom, boom. Or I'm multiplying it by 100. That's what I'm doing here by moving the decimal place twice. And that's where you get that 43.75%. Because remember, percent means divide by 100. So if I took 43.75 and divided by 100, I'll get 0.4375 as a decimal. If I want my decimal as percent, I move it over twice. Okay. Now, if you don't remember how to do the decimals, the decimal way, just remember this equation. And is that all for today? No. Got another page. Get some water. Use the percent equation. What number is 75% of 164? Okay. So what number is 75% of 164? So remember, so what number, we usually call it x, but in this case they call it a, is equal, and then we have percent. Of means multiply, and then we have b, so b is the whole piece. X is the part, small piece, whatever. All right, so so a equals 75% of 164. How do we do that? So remember, a equals 75 over 100. That's how we change. Percent means 75 divided by 100 times 164. Okay. So you can do it this way, or you can do it the decimal way. 75 cents out of the dollar times 164. Bust out your calculator and get a equals 123. Either way, you're going to have to use your calculator. Well, I mean, you don't have to. Just you should. Okay, use the percent equation to answer these questions. What percent of 76 is 57? So we need to know what our parts is. So this is B, that's the whole, right? This is A, our little piece here. Okay, so we do 57 over 76 equals P over 100. Okay. So, put it in my calculator after I cross multiply. 5,700 over 76 equals P, and that'll give me 75. Here we go. What number is 35% of 80? Okay, so here's our formula here. This is B, this is P, so A equals, so we're going to change the percent into decimal just by moving it 2 to the left. Times 80. So 35% of 80 is, put out your calculator, and you'll get A equals 28. Okay, percent equation again. So 21 is 37.5% of one number. So this is actually A equals P times B. So 21 equals 37.5%. Okay. So I'm going to move my decimal place 1, 2. So 0.375 times, times B. So I'm going to take 21 and divide it by 0.375. And get B equals 108. Okay. This is A equals P times B again. So 27 equals 0.25. So I'm just moving the decimal place 1, 2. Okay. Equal, or times B. So I'm going to divide by 0.25 to both sides. And get B equals, oh sorry, this one was 108. I don't even know. This is B equals 56. Sorry. And just to make sure. 21 divided by 0.375, 56. Okay. And then this one, clear. 27 divided by 0.25, 108. So this 78 equals, so is equals 150%. Okay. So I move the decimal place 1, 2. Okay. And the reason why I'm moving it twice, if you don't already know, twice, is because remember 150% means 150 divided by 100. So that'll give me 1.5. So 78 equals 1.5. B. Divide both sides by 1.5. And B is 52. So in this case, my whole number is 52, but we had 150%. That means it's going to be bigger than 52, which is why we had 78. So if you're looking at the formula here, A equals percent times B, piece equals percent times whole. Or the other way, piece, so there's the other formula, piece divided by whole equals P divided by 100. All right, and that is section 2.7, or unit 2.7, probably somewhere else in your book. Have a good day.